Welcome to the making of a DM. My last 7 days unboxed. It was wild. Not only that, buckle your seatbelts because I'm going to share something with you that's going to shock and awe you. More importantly, it's probably going to piss you off. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm Mark Evans, I'm Mark Evans, I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Coming to you from beautiful Parkland, Florida. I'm overlooking the course here. It's all brown. Right now, they're actually killing all the grass in April 1st. 2023, they're going to be redoing the whole course, shut it down for 9 months. No big deal. I'll be in Ohio, but it's sometimes you got to go through some hard stuff, i.e. kill stuff off to grow something more beautiful. Anyways, I'm just getting off of a crazy events. I jumped on a jet, rolled out with my buddy Bobby and his wife and my wife to Austin, Texas for 3 nights recently, and it was absolutely amazing. It was a couples retreat at a high-level wellness center in Austin, Texas, where we got to connect and really deep dive on personalities, understand what makes us tick and all that. You know, I see a lot of great people and entrepreneurs get disconnected with their spouses on the journey of growth, and we'll talk more about that today. But before I do, I have to say thank you to everybody listening to my voice. You know, I've been here showing up every week for many, I think maybe 3 years now, and I'll do it for many more. I love to come on here. I get the messages. You know, I just got a message today from a guy that's about to be homeless. He just the last 6 years have been rough, and he can't get out of his own way. I'm not throwing shade on him. It's just truth. This happens. I see this happen with a lot of great people, where they use an injury or a bad situation as an anchor to hold them in that negative place. And listen, we all go through hell. Some crawl, some walk, some run, some jump, and some just lay there naked, rolling around in hell, wondering why it's so hard. And I'm not sure why people do that to themselves. We all do it a little bit in different ways, but it's a very, I hate to see that. But the show gives them insight. It gives them hope. It gives them knowledge, and the show's free. Doesn't cost you money. He was messaging me. He's like, man, I can't wait to get money to pay you and hire you. Well, I'm not for hire, is what I said, and that's the truth. But I do have that group, the DM family, the DM Alliance. That's the only way to get my network. I'm so busy actually building real companies. I don't do one-on-ones. I don't do anything like that. However, inside the DM Alliance and DM family, something really cool just happened. Once I got back from Austin, Texas, literally we land on the jet, we get out of the jet, jump in the car, and go directly to the hotel. We had 150 people come in town for the movie premiere, the documentary premiere I have coming out, and it's amazing. I hope I don't get emotional, because it was an emotional in a positive way. Many things happened in the last 7 days. I'll share with you here. But I just want to say thank you, like I said. And if you get a chance, all I ask, we call it gentleman's agreement, or, the handshake agreement, whatever you want to call it. I'm here to help people. And that includes you and many other people. People we won't even get to ever meet maybe in person, but we'll get to be able to make an impact. And when you leave the 5-star reviews and share the show on your social media, share it with a friend. Let them know, like, dude, I'm listening to this crazy guy. Once in a while, he gets excited and starts cussing up a storm, i.e. me. I'm doing it because I'm talking. This podcast show really is for me and my family. And it just happens that you get to listen to it. I forget, as this gets bigger, there's a lot of people listen to the show. Tens of thousands of people have heard the show. My goal is to have millions. And I can't do it by myself. I need your help. I don't run ads for the show. I don't do any of that. I just want to be super valuable to you as a listener. And in doing so, I'd love for you to give a 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening. Share it on your social media. Talking to a buddy, hand it to a friend. This is a good way to find out who your real friends are. If you listen to my crazy ass and then hand it to them and they listen to me, you guys have a lot in common. You have something going on, because we're talking real talk and positivity and and forward progress on a constant. So back to the event. So I had 6 events in 3 days. I believe that's right. So as soon as I land at 4:00, I have an event with the DM family at 6:00 where we have these mermaids come in and swim and all this stuff. It's a mermaid show in this bar called Shipwreck, and food catered in, drinks, all that fun stuff. But most importantly, the families, the husbands, the wives, the kids, people are hanging out, connecting. And this is a high end. This is the 50K group. It's 33 people, and there's a wait list. It's pretty cool. Amazing people. It's a male only in this particular situation, but they do bring their spouses and kids to the events. And what excites me about that is I'm watching my kids are getting older. Drew will be 4 in April. Marcus 7 will be 8 in August. And many of these guys have been in the group for many years. Actually, most of them have been in there for at least 4 years plus. And I watch their kids grow, and they watch my kids grow. And what gets me really excited is, it's cool. Dads are growing companies and growing business, growing life, getting healthier, doing more things and getting a bigger voice and making bigger impact. But what about our kids? It excites me to see that as we're sitting here in this process, that our children are going to do deals together one day. They 100% will do deals together. And that excites me. So as these DM guys are hanging out in there, there's 33 guys. We're talking. There's a lot of kids running around. Some are small, some are bigger, and they're connecting. And they see what the dads are doing. And, don't you think by natural progression, they're going to be like, hey, at 14 years old, I got an app. I got this, I got that. 16, 17, 18, whatever age they're a very entrepreneur spirit in this room. So it excites me to see that our kids one day will be doing deals together. And that's exciting times. But anyways, so we do that. That goes from 6 to 10 p.m. and back at it. I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. Got to get some work done before the meeting. We have a meeting at 8:30. So from 8:30 to 1:30, it's a private session where we're sitting in a square table talking. It's a boardroom style table, and we're connecting. And I'm going to share with you the big takeaways from these events, because it's very important that you understand you're not alone, because it's something that I see it's catastrophic, and it's coming. It's already here, but it's only going to get worse. So I want to make sure we're very crystal clear on this. But as that goes on, I have a couple people come in, speak. One, my buddy Bobby, he sold a company recently for $1 billion. They do tens of billions of dollars a year in revenue and gross rev, and their net rev is pretty big. And he sold his piece. His brother's still part of the company, and that's worth many more billions. But he came in and got to be able to shine some light on what's going on his side and what he's seeing on his level. He helps, he has groups where you got to be worth 100 million minimum, and kind of what they're working on, where things are going, because right now the market, the world, people are going crazy in many different levels. So that's going on. So he shares his knowledge, which is amazing. Helped a lot of people. And then I have my buddy Tony come in. He's a big online guy, social media. You've probably seen him on Millionaire Listing a bunch of times. He's out of California, him and his wife, but he's able to drop some knowledge on what's working social media, what's changing, why they're changing it, and more importantly, how to take massive action and get massive results from it. So private guys, private conversations, at a high level. And then we get done 1:30. We're on the bus at 1:30. We're at a cool place called the Extreme Park. We do go-kart racings. Our kids are playing golf, or, not golf, but bowling, go-karts, arcade, all this crazy stuff. But wives are talking, connecting. The husbands are acting goofy. Some of the wives get in there and get on the go-karts and all that, which is fun. And then we get done with that and head back to the hotel, because we got to change quick, because at 6 p.m. that day, we have a movie premiere, the documentary premiere of mine, From Trailer Park to Millions. And I have my mom, my dad, my uncle, my mother-in-law, David, her boyfriend / husband kind of thing now. They've been together forever. My wife, my kids, and 150 amazing people from all over the country, all over the world, actually, that came in to support this. And like I said, it's neat because the documentary, you don't know, or may know, it's not about glitz and glamour and flashy cars, flashy houses, and all that stuff, even though it's cool. And, I have that kind of stuff, but that's not the meaning of it. The meaning of is how I got it, is, how you can get it, and how we can connect, and how we grow, and where I started from where I'm at today, and just see it. And some really neat things happen there. Very emotional. The first time I ever got to see it myself, actually. So I was seeing it with the audience real time with my kids and my wife and my parents and all that. And got to stand up, and my mother-in-law stood up and said some pretty cool stuff, actually. I'm probably indebted to her for life now. But, if your mother-in-law is saying nice stuff to you, you're probably doing some pretty cool stuff behind the scenes. And a lot of stuff we don't even talk about here or on social media and all that. I'm just doing it because it's who I am. And that's why I want to help people get more money, because when you get more money, you become a better person of who you are. You can do more cool stuff. You're already a good person. You just enhance it. So if you help people out a little bit, when you get a lot more money, you can help a lot more people with a lot more. And again, if that's not who you are, that's cool too. But it just heightens me. And I'm a big giver. I want to, for my family and for others, in many different ways. So we get done with that. Another late night, 10 o'clock. Remember, I'm in bed usually super early. So I'm in bed pretty early, but back in bed, 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm wired, so I can't really go to sleep. Back up at 4:30 and hitting it again. And then the next day, we have 100 people in a room, and it's the DM Alliance, which is a $1,000 a month mastermind group we have, as well as the DM family. We mesh them together to connect and level up people at many levels. It's just an amazing community, by the way. And if you're listening to this and you're part of the community, again, thank you. It's very grateful. I have the best job in the world by far. So we do that. That goes on until 4:30. I have two amazing speakers. I have some really neat things happening. One guy was, both of the guys, which is interesting. Both of the guys that spoke, these are not big name guys that you would know. These are guys actually busy building real companies. One sold for $1 billion. Like I said, Bobby. Another guy, Eric, sold a company for $115 million plus, has a 9-figure real estate portfolio. And they both was their birthday. They both dropped out of high school at 9th grade, and they both built huge organizations. So don't play, I need a degree, I needed this, I need that. No, you need to get your ass to work. You need to get focused, and we'll talk about that. So that gets done, and then we have a big party afterwards, kind of a Mardi Gras themed party. We have the band, we have the food, the drinks, and all that stuff. But if you ever go to a mastermind, again, I invite families. I want their wives to come. I want their kids to come. We actually bring a couple babysitters with us, make sure their kids can play while we're having fun and relaxing and connecting. But if you're part of groups and they're not incorporating that kind of stuff, my biggest fear always has been to outgrow your spouse, outgrow your family. And the whole reason we're doing all this crazy shit is to give our family a better life. And if you're not, you're lying to yourself, because lots of people tell me they're doing that, but they're never with their family. They work way too much for way too little, right? And they're at all these groups. They're all getting fucking wasted. It's a drunk fest. It's a fuck fest too. Some of these guys are banging each other's wives and girlfriends or strangers or whatever. I'm just talking the truth here. So I'm not about that. I'm about getting good people in a room to connect, to grow, to become better people. That's the goal. So as this is all going on, I'm just paying attention and listening. And like I said, I'll share these common themes, but the biggest takeaway is you're listening to my voice. I want to be very clear here, so I want you to pay attention here. The number one problem people are dealing with right now is distraction. They're distracted. They're delusional, and they're distracted. You're on your IG, you're on your Facebook, you're on all these platforms, you have all this amazing technology, and yet you still can't build the business you want. You can't hire the people you want. You can't or need. You can't produce 100,000 a month or 1 million a month or whatever numbers you're trying to go after. Most of you are chasing money, not building a business that has enterprise value. And that's the majority listening to my voice right now. If there's 10,000 people listening to my voice right now, 9,980 of you are just making money. You don't have really an ends to the mean. It's just a transactional cash play. But the problem is you're making 50 grand a month and you're spending 52 grand a month on your personal lifestyle. So you're fucking broke. You just have a high paying job working for a psycho, i.e. yourself. I know. I used to do the same thing. So once I got super clear on all this, it really focused and got me forced. Like, hey, wholesale real estate, that's a cash transactional business. I can't build it to sell, but I can build it to make a lot of money and extract that cash and go buy assets, go buy businesses, go buy real estate, build things, do things that create cash flow, that create enterprise value, and just keep re-upping. See, I would make 50 grand. I was only spending 3, 4, 5 grand a month on my lifestyle. And I was taking the rest of the money and just dumping it back into the business and other businesses. I just kept building and building and building. It's not cool. It's not sexy. It's not fast. It's never fast enough, ever. But your future self will thank you for taking delayed gratification. I promise you. If you just make money and buy real estate and make 6% cap, right? 6% interest on your money, the income that you make, and I'm talking just straight cash. You don't have to take debt on this real estate, depending on how much you're making or not making. But there's a lot of ways to skin this cat. But the biggest thing, like I said, is distractions. It was sad to me to see so many people so massively distracted with bullshit stuff that will never, ever, ever, ever matter in their life. So then I start thinking about, after everyone leaves, I had 2 days to deprogram and, like process everything. I connect with every single person, what they're up to, what they're working on, what they're doing, what they're not doing, what they need help with, etc. And I really got dialed in as to why a lot of people are distracted. And are you familiar with this term, the coward versus the hero? We're both of those people. We're cowards and heroes. We both have it in us. And they both have a friend. And when you make this person your friend, you will be set free to another level. I personally don't think I've ever heard anybody really talk about this. But as I was deep diving and reading some books and just thinking about, just soaking this all up, the truth is, on Sunday, I felt like I was hungover. I literally was laying down and I was playing with the kids barely. And my wife's like, "What is wrong with you?" I don't drink anymore, so I'm not, alcohol hungover. But what it was is I was mentally hungover. There was so much going on at so many levels. And this coward versus hero effect reminds me when I was standing on stage. When I was standing on stage, I was sitting there thinking, and I've talked to my son about this, and I've talked to you guys about this as well, but I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm scared to do the event. Why? Because it costs 6 figures to host these events. I'm scared to disappoint you. I'm scared to let you down. I'm scared to not deliver the value that I think I can deliver to you. I'm scared. That's what a coward, I have fear. But cowards think, plot, and never do. The hero to yourself in your life is the person that gets close with fear, understands what fear is. I'm scared, I'm fearful, whatever, I'm afraid, but they take action. See, on the other side of fear is everything you want. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So right now, maybe you're afraid to get your ass up and go to work out because you're afraid to look stupid in the gym. Maybe you're way overweight or a little overweight, or maybe you just don't feel comfortable in the gym because you don't understand, what do I do? Push and pull? Do I do push-ups? Do I do sit-ups? Do I do pull? How much weight can I? Maybe it's not enough weight, so I look stupid. Whatever that fear is, do you let it control you or do you control it? See, the only difference with a coward and a hero is the hero takes action in fear. It literally spits at fear in the face. I remember getting on stage in front of 1,200 people. Dude, I was shitting my pants. But I'm like, what else am I going to do? Quit? Tap out? Become a coward? This is what I've asked for. This is what I've dreamed for, to make an impact in people's lives. And in that moment, I stepped my ass on the stage, sweating, scared, excited, terrified, all in the same nanosecond. But I did it. And every time I step in fear and take massive action, the fear actually gets a little less. But also, it starts getting me more confidence, gets me more focused. I can see the impact that we're making by having the real conversation on stage. I'm not the guy. I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the best looking guy. I'm not the funniest fucking guy. I'm not the tallest, the coolest. I'm me. There's 8 billion people on planet Earth. And there's only one motherfucking Mark Evans, DM. Then there's only one you. One. No one else in the world can be you. No one. And you're worried about someone on the other fucking line on the screen that you probably don't even know, or if you do know, you probably don't even like. And if you do like, maybe you want to impact them and help them, but you're afraid. Therefore, you don't do. Therefore, you get stuck. You get stuck. And then as you get stuck, fear starts mounting. The snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you're fucking 55, 65, 75 years old, and you know you fucked up. And then that's when You go into depression at a whole nother level. I wish I shoulda, coulda, didn't. Become very good friends with fear and get a real good relationship and understanding when fear creeps in. What do you do? What do you do when fear creeps in? This is the real fucking root why you're distracted. You're living in fucking fantasy land on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and OnlyFans or whatever bullshit you're on, wondering what everyone else is doing, why you ain't doing dick except getting more afraid. Because you're looking at snippets of people that have everything figured out, that everything is perfect, the backdrop's perfect. Man, she looks good or he looks good. Wow, they just sold a company for $150 million. It must be nice. Motherfucker, it is nice. But they did the work. You're looking at your 12 years of not doing the things you know you need to do, and you're taking a micro moment in someone's life that took 26 years to get to that point, but you only see that moment. Therefore, you think it is not accomplishable for you. The only difference is they looked at fear in the face and spit in it and kept moving forward. Right now, a lot of you are afraid. You're unsure what's going on in the market. Your business is fluttering. You're not cool anymore because it's not easy anymore. Everyone that fucking made it look easy will be out of business if they ever really were in business. Because it's easy to look like you're crushing it, making money when fucking people are tossing money at you because money is flowing so effortlessly. What are you going to do with this information I'm sharing with you? Now, I'm not saying eliminate Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. But what I'm saying is understand what they're used for you. I look at these channels as creation tools, not consumption tools. Now, don't get it twisted. I look at pictures and videos of my buddies' stuff to support them. I like to know what my boy Sean's doing up in Utah. I like to check out what my boy Ryan in Texas is doing. I like to check out what my boy Bobby's doing down the street from me. It's neat to see him grow. It's neat to see their voices getting bigger. It's neat to see their following connecting with them at a higher level. That's what it's about for me. See, fear is in all of us. But what do you do with it is where the magic happens. I have two amazing kids. I have a wife. I have my family, my parents, my in-laws, and people I care about greatly. Do you think for 1 nanosecond I'm going to let fear get in the way of my vision and my goals? We've all heard the saying, and probably you've even posted this bullshit. The other side of fear is exactly what I want. Yeah, but are you doing it? Everyone can post this shit, but can you actually do the work when fear strikes? You got to make that call to that investor that you can't pay back right now. You're tight. You're scared. Don't fucking run from it. Lean into it. You got that person on your team that you got to let go. You should have let go 6 months ago, but you got to let go today because you don't have the money to pay them. What do you do with that fear? Are you going to be such a dickhead that you're going to string this individual along? You put them back in the work marketplace right now. Why? Because the marketplace is still kind of good. 6 or 7, 8 months is not going to be as good. So you know that. So instead of, you got to have that fear, that conversation that you're scared to have, but you got to man up. Step up your game. Have the real man-to-man, girl-to-girl, guy-to-girl, whatever conversation you need to have today. It's something you've been putting off way too long. You know, I see all these people buying all this crazy, amazing cars, amazing watches, amazing house. Cool. Why are you buying it? Because you're afraid to look broke. You're afraid to look stupid. You want to fit in. You're distracted. At all levels, you're distracted. You know it, and I know it. More importantly, your results speak for themselves. We all, including me and everyone in planet Earth, can get better at less distractions. But I'm amazed at grown-ass men and women that say they want something. When fear strikes, they shut down. They minimize their dreams because it becomes scary. Who says it's not going to be scary? Do you ever remember that first date? That first time you had to ask that girl or guy on a date? How scared you were? And then you do it, you're like, that was no big deal. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Use getting on a stage, speaking on a stage. What's the worst that could happen? I get on stage. I remember a time in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My boy Jim Toner was having an event, 400 people or so, maybe 500 plus. I walk up on stage. I literally took a piss 27 times before I got on stage. Nervous peas. I'm literally about dry heaving in there. I'm like, dude, I'm going to die when I step foot on this stage. You understand it. My heart's pounding. I think I might have to go to the hospital, it feels like. I'm literally like trying to talk myself out of it, but I'm really talking myself into it because I said, dude, your dreams, your goals they're bigger than this fear right now. Yes, it sucks. Suck it up, Evans. Suck it up. Get your ass out there. I was self-talking myself all the way to the stage as everyone's clapping. I get on stage. I turn around. I start talking. I don't even know what I said, nor did anybody else. Why? Because I was so fucking nervous, I didn't even turn on the microphone. And they kept telling me to turn it on for 3 minutes. I didn't hear him. I didn't see him. I was like, and I don't know what was happening. But I did it. It was so bad. I was shaking so bad. Someone had to run on stage to flip a button to turn on my mic. Who cares? I did it. I care. So I do this, over 500 plus people. I get off stage. People are like, dude, you were so real. Man, everything you said made sense to me, blah, blah, blah. I was just hoping to get off stage without passing out or dying. And then guess what? I've done this hundreds of times now, and I still get nervous. I'm still afraid. But my goals and my dreams and objectives are bigger than this little thing my friend called fear. Who's controlling your life? You or fear? Who is it? Fear is normal. It's healthy, actually. It's very healthy. Everything you have in your life, you once were afraid of it. Like that big house payment, that big car payment. When you invested in that coaching course or mentor course or books, or went to college, or went on that first date, or asked the person to marry you, or had the wedding, or did these things. They're scary, but they also make you who you are. You realize it's not that big a deal. My friend, this is the difference with cowards and heroes. There's too many fucking cowards out in this world. We need more heroes, and I'm talking directly to you. I don't care what level you're at, but you need to step your game up. I'm talking to me too. We can all learn and grow from what I'm sharing with this coward versus hero mentality. Fear is real. I recently had to let someone go. Actually, 2 people. It sucks. I was scared, but I have to be a leader to my team. If I don't lead, we're going to bleed. The company will dissolve. It will eventually die off. Who wants to follow a fucking leader that can't execute the vision? No one. You're leading them off to get killed. We must be conscious of fear. This is why you're distracted. See, I hear everyone here surface level stuff. I need to make money. I don't know what to do. Blah, blah, blah. No, you're fucking distracted. But let's take that deeper. Why are you distracted? Fear is why you're distracted. Because if you're focused and you got a plan and you're executing relentlessly, you're not distracted. You don't have time to be distracted. You're too focused on the objective. It's like when you're riding a wave, right? You're out in the waves. I don't really do this because I'm afraid of sharks, but I do it because I'm going to Hawaii in about 4 weeks with the entire fam. I'll be out there on a board. I'm going out. There's a wave breaking. Fear sets in. I'm not a good swimmer. Do I stop, turn around, and come back to shore while my kids go right over and right through? Because on the other side of that break, the other side of that wave is where all the heroes are hanging out. It's amazing. It's fun. It's beautiful. I overcame my fear, rode the wave over, went through it, flipped over. Whatever happened, but I got to the other side. Maybe you got to make big financial decisions you're afraid of. Execute. There's nothing noble than losing it all because you're afraid. Don't put your fucking head in the sand. Get in the game. People are scared right now. They have no clue what's going on. They're not focused on the real shit. They're focused on phony shit. You're on this fucking Instagram, blue check. Dude, if I told you all the people that owe me money, if I explained to you like all these guys and gals with blue check marks that talk about all this cool shit, oh yeah, man, I'm not sure what plane or car I'm going to buy this week. Motherfucker, you owe me 120 grand. You can't even pay that. But you're on social media with all these other fake fuckers like, good job, Johnny. Yes, you got this. Heart power, bro. Yeah, man, you got to keep going. I got you. They're leading you to death. And you're letting them because you're distracted. You're unfocused on your goals, your vision, your purpose, your agenda. Don't you want to leave a fucking legacy worth leaving? Because you ain't going to leave shit if you're not focused. Your children are watching, your grandkids are watching, your family's watching, your friends are watching. People are watching you. If I looked over your shoulder for 24 hours, what do I see? Because I know you don't understand, man. It's hard, man. It's different from you. It's different from... No, motherfucker. We all got shit going on. We're all scared. Are you going to be a coward or hero today, tomorrow, the next day? Because fear does not go away, ever. It's always lingering. That's why you got to become best friends with fear. Is fear driving you or shutting you down? Is it constraining your growth? I get it. I've been this guy for many years. I wanted to grow so big, but as soon as I got to a certain point, I got complacent. I got lazy. Why? Because it started getting scary again. And when it got scary, I didn't surround myself around great people to help me get past my fear. I didn't have anybody to talk to. If I'm talking to me in fear, fear's a pretty big fucking person, and a lot of times it beat me. Not anymore. Because I know there's people that's been down the path. You and I, even though you think your story's unique, there's many people that have your story and more. But don't forget, you're unique in one way. No one can be you. You've been given an amazing gift to be alive, to hear this message. The question is, what are you going to do with it? See, at the end of the day, I see too many fucking hokey pokey. Oh, dude, you got to feel good. Some guy was messaging me. Man, how is it order of, health, money, and happiness? I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't need money to be happy. It just makes me a happier person when I have more money, though. Why? Because of what I do with it. What does happy mean to you? What does wealth mean to you? What does health mean to you? It means something different for all. But he's using his coward bullshit to justify his shitty non-action results in his life. Fucking guy's 9 years deep with an injury, and he's still using it as an excuse as to why he can't make money. He's like, well, maybe you didn't understand my question. No, motherfucker, I understood your question. I understood it great. You don't understand the fucking question, homie. You don't. I do. He's looking for the golden goose. He's like, oh yeah, that's it. Fear is controlling him all day long. I can be healthy. I can be happy. And I can be wealthy. Some days are working out better than others. But every day is a new day. Get your ass off the couch and go execute. It's not pretty. I was up at 2:30 this morning. I'm excited for what I got going on. Yesterday, me and my wife woke up and said, hey, after we just got back from Austin and all this other shit, hey, remember we're supposed to take a month, somewhere cool. Yep, let's do it now. Where do you want to go? Jamaica. Me, her, the kids, all that. Boom, schedule done. So I got a lot going on in my mind. This is an unexpected week trip that's happening tomorrow, literally within 48 hours. Not even that. 40 hours or less from the time the conversation happened to execution. So now all of a sudden, zzz, right? Got a lot going on. See, the truth is, I've talked about this in several shows ago. Most of you think you don't have enough time to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. I beg to differ. I think you have way too much fucking time. That's why you're distracted. I don't have time to be distracted. I have a lot of families, a lot of people, a lot of stuff going on. They rely on me to lead, to make big decisions, to execute the vision. I don't have time to be distracted. Don't think this is 100%, by the way. See, that's another problem. Everyone thinks everything everybody says is literal. Well, if he doesn't 100%, and then you get down on yourself when something flutters. We all fuck up. We all get overtaken by fear sometimes. I get it. But listen, it's not how you feel. It's what you do. I feel fear every day. That's why I hire great coaches. I just hired someone recently, $10,000 a month for 90 minutes a month. Because I have a company that's growing massively, and I'm scared. I'm scared to fuck it up for everyone involved. Because there's a lot of families feeding off this. And I want to be a great steward of this opportunity. There's people willing to help you if you're willing to get serious with yourself. Me included. The Dealmaker Alliance is there to help you. The DM family, we're there to help you. They're both different, but they're both great. They connect you. They help you. They guide you. They're there for support. They're there to talk you off the cliff when you're scared. Like, dude, I'm scared shitless. I'm getting ready to spend $100,000 a month on marketing. Am I stupid? Is this dumb? Is this reckless? Blah, 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 blah. If anybody's ever interested in the DM family or DM Alliance, you can always shoot me a message on Instagram or Facebook for that matter, at Mark Evans DM. Make sure you know it's me and just say DM Alliance or DM family. And I'll get you some information. I'm not here to sell you that. But the most of you aren't even going to do it anyways. Why? Because you're afraid. $1,000 a month. Oh my God, that's so much money. If $1,000 a month is a lot of money, that's fear telling you that's a lot of money. There's no fucking way $1,000 a month is a lot of money in any way, shape, or form. It might be to you. But I promise you, a new iPhone come out every month, your ass would have a new iPhone every month for $1,000 a month. Because you got to have the next best thing. You got to have the next new phone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's driving you? Why are you so distracted? Why are you so weak that you let a distraction control your destiny? It just goes to show, and I'm not here to beat you over the head with this shit, but this has to be said. I'm not here to be your friend today, nor am I ever actually. I'm here to help you. And the hard truth will set you free. Today is the day you make the decision to get your ass back on track, to lean into fear, to do the things you know you need to do, but you're afraid to do. You know it. No one has to tell you. You're the one looking in that mirror naked as fuck at yourself. Only you. What do you see? What are you talking about? Who's talking to you right now? Is it fear or is it the hero? Because fear's always there. Fear's always there. Do you know how many days and how many times a day I'm afraid? Many. Every time I push through fear, I get a little bit more confident, get a little bit more zing in my step. There's no leader out there that's ever not understand what I'm talking about. It's the only way to lead to the highest level. Do you think like a boxer or UFC gal gets in a ring, they're not scared to death? They're in the back fucking dry heaving and puking or shitting their pants before they get, I don't care who they are. It doesn't matter. They're human. We're all human. But they don't tap out. why I'm here today is so many people, so many great people that could change not just their world, many people's worlds if they get out of the way of fear, overcome fear, push forward, jump over, get through it, keep driving, keep growing. Too many great people are letting fear control them. And that's why I'm here today, to bring awareness to it, to kick you in the ass, hopefully piss you off enough you'll actually do something about it. I'd love to see nothing more than you to be massively successful, massively happy, massively, healthy. It does not take away from me if you are, all of that and more. I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to hear what you thought about this show today, because this show has been on my mind and my heart for many months. And today I just had the balls to come out and say it, because it really clicked when I saw all these amazing people sitting in that room with the same problem. Distracted. And then you go deeper. Why are we distracted? Well, I'm kind of afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of the market shift. Afraid of doing this. Afraid of hiring. Afraid of firing. Afraid of blah, blah, blah. Afraid of blah, blah, blah. We got to get to the root if we want to solve the real problem. No more surface level bullshit. It's time to get to work. And I shared this on a quick talk from the walk. If you're not following me on IG, I'm sharing stuff all the time. But the quick walk from the walk today is this. You ready? This is the truth. Success is never convenient. And if it's convenient for you, I'd probably think you're not successful. Get pissed or do something about it. It's not convenient. I have a million things going on. I made a commitment to my wife and family that we'll take at least 1 week a month for this whole year, 2023, and go somewhere special. It's not convenient to leave right now. I got this is the truth. This is my schedule. I get back on the 14th at 10 p.m. I literally, the next morning, I got to be at an event with 15,000 people to speak at on the 15th at 8 a.m. And then I'm there on the 16th and 17th. And then I get in a plane on the 18th and go speak to another 150 people. Keep in mind, I hate fucking flying. But the destination's more important than the fear. The commitment's more important than the fear. And then I get back on the 19th, late at night again. And then back on the 20th. I'm at it again. And then on April 8th, off to Hawaii. Get back on the 20th of April. And then leave back on the 28th to Ohio. Come back on the 7th. I'm bouncing, growing, pushing, prodding. Never convenient. Never, I'm scared shitless to fly. And if you're in the DM Alliance, you know this because I shared letters that I share with my family before I even fly every single time. I just want you to have the biggest, most amazing life possible. And I know it's not possible unless someone helps you overcome what we're talking about today. The way to start overcoming it, understand what fear is, understand what's driving the fear, and execute to get over the fear. It won't be easy. It won't be convenient. It won't be fun, but it'll be worth it. Execute. Fear, execute. Your confidence just keeps building and building and growing and pushing and prodding. And before you know it, we're sitting there on the back of the yacht smoking cigars, talking about this moment. Today's podcast will change someone's life. The question is it your life? So with that said, make the day count.
I'm Mark Evans, DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss, I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all, and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans DM. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.